Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Alexis and welcome to my first Post-Grad Diaries video. Basically, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Today is Monday, May 16th at 11:30 in the morning, and I just packed a lot of things. I still have a lot of things in my room. It's just making me think about how much effort it's gonna take to actually move out of my apartment. But I did take a lot of things out and I've already put it in my car. Still have a few things left, but I am moving back home with my parents. And I say moving in quotations because I'm basically just going back home for an extended period of time. My lease for this apartment doesn't end until the end of July and it is mid-May, but I really don't have a reason to be here in Tampa. I don't get scheduled as much as actual employees for the company that I intern for, so I mostly just do online things, so I don't need to be here to do that. I could be doing that anywhere. So I just made the executive decision to move back home and just try to figure out life like anyone else. The only reason I'm crying is because it's like a day or two before my period, okay? So 2 days ago on Saturday, I had a little graduation party with my family, and as many would have guessed, and I would have guessed, but I really wasn't prepared for this. I don't know why, but everyone asked, so what's next? And I gave them an honest answer. I said, I don't know, I just want to try to find a job in marketing. But then as I was talking to one of my cousins who graduated a couple years ago, she was asking me if I wanted to travel, if I wanted to do anything, if I had any plans besides just working. And I said, you know, I kind of do, but it's so spread out. Like, I have concerts that I want to go to. I want to travel with my family to Mexico. I want to do this and that. I don't want to be tied down to a full-time career straight after college, after 6 years of putting something in front of myself, you know? So when she said that, I immediately I flipped something in my brain and was like, I should not get a full-time job right out of college. Like, literally in every class, every professor was saying, find a job, get interviews, find a job. If you need help, like, let me know. You need a job when you graduate, you need to secure that. And I'm just like, I don't want to have a 9-to-5 job, you know? And I wasn't the only one. Like, there were other people in my groups that were also like, oh, we're not really looking for jobs. Like, it's not my top priority right now. Like, I just want to focus on myself, and that made me feel better. On top of my cousin saying, oh, are you gonna travel, or are you gonna do something? That made me feel better. It made me realize that I don't need to rush myself into something. And obviously, money makes the world go round, so I still need money. So, you know, I was like, I can bite the bullet and work at a retail job or some other entry-level job for another couple months to just get a source of income, to go to these concerts, to travel, to enjoy life for a few months, you know, without the stress of a whole entire career. So basically what I'm trying to say is that my plan for post-graduation is not a very strict plan. It's more of an idea of going home, doing what I want to do for the rest of May, because I have birthdays to celebrate in May. I want to get a hamster, and that's a whole project in itself that I will be explaining in maybe another video. I want to fix my room at home, and then in June get a part-time job somewhere to be able to still enjoy doing all these things. I would have gotten a full-time job, a career in marketing, if it wasn't for me wanting to travel with my parents to Mexico for 2 weeks, because I can't just get a full-time job and be like, hey, I'm dipping for 2 whole weeks while I go to a different country just 2 months into my job here at this company. So I couldn't do that. I mean, I probably could, but I don't know. Everyone's different. So I just couldn't bring myself to just say that and ruin a chance to work with a company that I really enjoy, that I really think I would be a good fit for. I wouldn't want to ruin that opportunity. So I just don't want to do that. I know it sounds wrong to not take that first step, that you need to take that first step, but it's just what I have decided. And I also want to take this time to work on my mental health, as you can tell I've been on the verge of crying. So everything just revolves around going home. And while I am turning 25 this year, I'm turning 25 this year, I just graduated. I don't have a place to call my own besides my parents' homes, and it kind of hurts. And I just have to keep telling myself that things happen, that there is no right or wrong way to do life, that I am so grateful to be even given the opportunity to go home. And I'm so sorry that I've just been an emotional mess during this. I really wasn't planning on crying or talking for this long, but I feel like it's important to understand that not everything is okay, that you don't need to do this or that. And I know a lot of people say it. I've heard it so many times, and it just never clicked until I actually just said it now. So thank you for listening. I'm going to try to do as much as I can in this video because it is Monday and I do upload on Wednesdays. Stick around to see what else I do for the rest of the day besides crying. So I'm currently driving to Target to pick up some bins. Like, they're the kind of bins that you put in like those cube organizers, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm buying some of those because I bought a cube organizer shelf. I'll pop a picture on the screen from IKEA, and I'm picking that up tomorrow. But I have so much stuff. Like, I got rid of 2 shelves. I got rid of a little bookshelf and a big standing shelf. Not big, but it was a good size standing shelf. And I am trying to throw most of it away or donate it, whatever works best, because I'm trying to declutter my room because I just don't need all that stuff. I don't need it. But since I got rid of the shelves, I can't put the stuff that I brought home from Tampa into anywhere because I have nowhere to put it because I took away the 2 main shelves that I used to use. So I'm going to Target to buy the bins so I can put the stuff in the bin so I can like have it at least organized, and then whenever I build the shelf tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, then I will just be able to pick up the bins and slide them into the shelf. If any of that made sense. I always forget to film, but I got the storage bins. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know, in my head, I was like, they're $5 each. They're not that expensive. But then you buy 5, so they're $25. And I could have bought more because the shelf that I got has 8 cubes. And I only have enough for 6 because I already have one at home. Maybe I'll offset it with the other 2 with like a nice like woven basket. So I cleared the basket and I put some stuff in here, but now I got this. Kind of cleared off the table, kind of organized some things. But I still have all the stuff that I brought back from Tampa in the living room. Here is all my stuff that I brought, especially that's gonna be fun, that suitcase. Good morning. It is now Tuesday and I'm a little stressed because that means tomorrow is Wednesday and I have not started to edit this video and I still have so much to do today. So everything is still a mess. I still have to unpack that. I still have more stuff in the living room, but I just threw on a t-shirt and some leggings to go drive an hour to Orlando to go to IKEA to pick up the shelf and then come back and attempt to build the shelf. The upsetting part about this trip is that I have to drive my mom's van. I hate driving it because it's so slow and big and boring, and I don't have Apple CarPlay. I just have a stupid aux cord that's kind of crappy.
Many hours later.
We put the shelf together, but now we have to move the TV up more because my aquarium, my tank for my hamster is too tall and it hits the TV. So my dad's gonna have to take it apart and move it up. And also look at the rest of my room. Oh my god. This is awful. Well, we got the tank in and it fits perfectly. We had to bring it out like quite a bit because this is only like not even 16 inches wide, and then this is 20 inches wide. So I had to pull that off a little bit, but it sits perfectly well. This thing is 75 gallons and it is so heavy, so heavy. But there's a shelf, I gotta put the rest of it in, but it's so cute. Time to try to put clothes in this closet. I really need to get rid of like all these clothes, but I can't. Alright, so here's the setup that I got. I'm going to try and attempt to keep my desk clean from clutter. I have the stuff over there just because that's the only outlet I can get, is like going from that outlet and extender cord over here, charge my phone at night, but then I also gotta charge my laptop over here. I keep my book there. Got my gaming setup all right here, as well as my games. I don't know where to put this because I feel like it's just gonna fall right there. But of course the biggest change is the tank and my shelf. I really love the color of this shelf. It's like a grayish wood. I also like how these turned out. I put a lot of things in here. Like honestly, this one I don't even need in here, but I was just like, whatever. That's the first one that I originally had. And then so I just put like random junk in that one, and then that one's still empty, and then I put some random things in that one. So I guess I might have to move like this random junk drawer like over there, and then have the hamster stuff in like these two bottom ones. But I moved the TV up, and then I also have these wires out here because they were behind the tank, but I forgot I had my DVD player there because this TV is not a smart TV because it's not really old, but it's older. So if I do put my DVD player back, I might have to like put it up there. But anyways, this is my new bookshelf. You can hardly see the books because I put stuff in front of the books. But honestly, if I don't put it in front of the books, I have nowhere else to put it. And then I also put like my hair ties and hair clips in here, as well as like bobby pins. And then my deodorant and perfume because I use that the most, as well as my purse and my brush. And my closet has always been a mess ever since I was a child. It's going to continue to be a mess. This too, like this little cart I got in for my first semester at USF, and the wheel broke in the back corner, which I don't know how, because it has not moved from that position in literally 2 years. I don't know how that happened. And then in this corner over here is the dresser that I've had since I was a literal child, a baby probably. It's old and nasty and dirty, but the inside works, so I keep it. And then I just have like some of my purses hanging and my wall of photos. And then my bunk bed has turned into like a little shelf. I could work on making this look more presentable, but honestly I just don't care. It's just got a whole bunch of random junk up here. And of course down here is my bed. I mean, I like it down here honestly because like I was kind of getting tired of always climbing up there, and I just wanted to fall into my bed. It was a good idea while it lasted, and I used to have my desk underneath here, but whatever. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Next week's video is hopefully going to be a hamster video, hoping that I am able to. I'm waiting on some things. I'll explain it more in the next video, but hopefully I'll be having a hamster by the end of next week, hopefully the end of this week, but whatever. So I'll have a whole video dedicated to that. I'm so excited. You guys don't understand. I've wanted a hamster since I was little, and I had one when I was little, but it didn't live with me. It lived at my dad's house. So now getting one in my own room and having the money to pay for it and giving it a luxurious lifestyle, because This tank is huge. But more on that on next week's video. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and also subscribe if you're new.